Are we back? Hello? Okay, there we go. We're good. Separate code. Hello, welcome in. Oh my gosh, that was scary. But in terms of like, yes, I know I can disable it. I guess I forgot to disable it when I wiped my computer and set up everything up again. Yikes. I have to relaunch everything. Okay. um Hello, Dovin. Welcome in. Peter said you seem busy. Update time, enjoy. Yeah, seriously. Like, I was just like, what? Like, game just like froze and then everything just shut off. And I was like, what in the world is going on? It wasn't a blue screen, so thank God. And then I was just like, update. And I was like, you're shitting me. Okay. Alrighty. Back to were you in the new zone? Oh, no, were you in the... No. I don't even have access to the new zone. I'm only in the very beginning of Shadowbringers. We haven't even started Shadowbringers. This is the first quest of Shadowbringers that I have not even grabbed yet. No, yeah, my computer just updated and we just complete... My whole entire PC just shut down. I apparently forgot to disable that when I was fixing my laptop a couple weeks ago and wiped everything. I have never seen another living being in the housing district before. Not while I was on, at least. Shadowbringers Adventures. Shadowbringers is starting on Monday. My Monday. Assuming... Yeah, actually. I think I've caught up with everything that I wanted to catch up with, so... Yeah. I mean, we're still working on, like, high-end trials for Stormblood and everything, but I finished all the normal raids and the Alliance raid, and that's really all I needed to catch up on. Thought you were taking a long break. No. Just like extended break, but not... It was for however long it took me to do whatever I needed to do. Hang on. Do I have any other glam? I'm gonna put on my Scion fit, I think, or... Where's my Scion fit? There we go. It's been some months, to be fair. If I have my mind set to finish content, it's getting done in like a weekend at most. Drag every body that I can with me. Master of Marksmanship. Rostenstall seeks to evaluate your natural talent with a firearm. I feel like I'm about to sneeze again. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right, here's a few pointers before we go, before we start, so's you don't put a round through your damn foot. Okay, now why can I not disable streamer mode? Okay. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind you, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots that'll decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about the contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the aether in your body and turns it into the spark what'll feed some new devices. Oops. And turns it into spark what'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of the machinist. I base the design on the more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversions performed by the Aetherio Transformer. Ah, that would be the contraption Rostenstall mentioned. Does he talk about himself in third person? Huh? You have learned all machinist actions and traits to level 30. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the actions and traits window accessed under character in the main menu. Alright, that's all you're getting for the now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. Them's your choices. Yes, the action's up to level 30, totally. Willing to take me test then, eh? The rules is simple. Make your way towards the Hermit's Oval and shoot what you're told to shoot. I shall await you at the end of your trial, Daigi. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Right, we're gonna have us a good old-fashioned hunt. Joy'll be giving you instructions while I eyeball her marksmanship. Golems will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for range and rhythm. Try to avoid them coal rolls. You don't want to waste your ammunition. Where are we going? This way. Golems. Oh, down there. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. Where are the bombs? I heard them. Where did I hear them? On the cliff? Go back, then go to the cliff. Up? I hate this place. I don't come here enough. I see. Not bad, lass. Not bad at all. Let's see. Yeah, against some proper nasties, though, eh? Ain't she good enough for a beginner? Not by a long shot. I want to see skin from a pair of me acids and a pair of tigers. You want her to fail? I ain't letting you cheat this lordship. We're gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for those skins at the oval. What are we doing? Cheating scum. Come on, Thyggy. Me acids and tigers. Ringtails. Docile tiger. Well, are we done? I guess we're done. Right, on to the Hermit's Hovel. Oh, down. Oh! You bring them skins then. Boy's just changing glam as soon as the fight is over. Yeah. So helpful. Even with young Joy's help, you did well, lassie. Huzzah! You will return to the manufactory with us then. I said she did well, not that we was done. You still got one less target to take down. Me. Thargy's got talent, but even she can't win against Rostenthal. The man truly is being bothersome. Thargy, would you be so kind to give the instructor a good drubbing? Ow! Thrilling performance. You've saved the manufactory. I wish they would have the musketeer basic job before you got machinist. That'd be pretty fun, honestly. I think, okay, honestly, I kind of wish, unpopular opinion probably, I kind of wish all jobs started at like level 1. Force people to learn their jobs one skill at a time. In a world full of magic, I cast gun. I mean, every society on the planet as soon as the firearm got introduced. Well, there you are, instructor. Thargy has proven her potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Aye, I'll come back to your bloody workshop. But do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? Huh. I ain't got no love for Lenosha. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sack of gelt the size of me bloody head. I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor, so I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory? Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't ever seen the saw afore, but if I show me face at the workshop, boss is gonna get the gelt back, I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no, no, no. You'll not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return, you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. Well, you've got one bugger worth teaching at least. I guess it's back to the frigid arms of Lady Ishgar for me. What was that wise, me lordship? The Halenart coffers ain't exactly fit burstin'. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, eh, me lordship? That you cannot, my dear. Rosenthal may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Would that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Thargi, you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray join me back at the manufactory that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Where's the Rook auto turret to use? Rook overload. Rook overload potency of 160. Potency increases as battery gauge exceeds required cost. Time of deployment up to a maximum of 320. The Rook's auto turret shuts down after execution. If this action is not used manually while the Rook auto turret is active, it will be triggered automatically immediately before shutting down. Rook auto turret. What? Is it a skill that I don't have yet because I didn't do my job quest? Yes. Well, cool. Why did I get... Okay, you know what? That can just wait over there then. That was my meds timer. Please give me a second while I take meds. Dunk meds, yes, thank you. Ah, the savior of the Sky Steel Manufactory. I had hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at ledgers counsels me to wary some prudence. Hi, Flo, welcome in. Twitch? What? Thank you for the follow, Scarlet. sworn I thought you had already been following. Welcome back, Sandra. Thank you. Oh, were some of you here? A new day, a new stream for me. Welcome back. Oh, I don't know if you were in here when my stream just went kaput because my PC auto-updated. Oh my god, I lost so many channels I was following. Wait, what happened, Scarlet? Oh, I was lurking in the previous. Yeah, no, it was one stream, I'm pretty sure. It just went kaput halfway through. Not even halfway through. 25-30 minutes ago. I'm glad I got the links of it in my Discord. Oh no. Well, we're glad to have you back, Scarlet. It did happen before, so I keep the links on Discord just in case. Wait, that's so weird. What? Does it just like delete all of the people that you follow? Or just like a huge chunk of people? The savior of the Sky Steel Manufactory. I'd hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but at a glance the ledgers counsel me to weary some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm with the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with the dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. And I must also pass on a message to you from Rostenthal. He asked that you take the skills he has taught you thus far and master him in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, eh, Thaigi? That was other time I was not able to send text, but just redeem stuff with channel points. So strange. That is really weird. You know, I know someone who just couldn't get channel points for the longest time for other channels. One of my mods, actually. Twitch been doing weird ass things out here. Hell at me, yeah. Hell or hello. I hope you all having a comfy day. Bored at this point, honestly, yeah. I hope you're having a comfy day. We are having a fairly comfy day. We are comfortably progressing a lot of shit. I did Glam Farming, I did all my Astro Job Quests, and now I moved on to Machinist. It's the last thing on my to-do list. Although I doubt I'll be able to finish all 50 by the time I want to go to bed. Imagine progging. Imagine grinding out content. Couldn't be me. The next Machinist quest will be available from Stefanovan upon reaching level 35. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Have you guys finished coils? No, we are on T13. Ads phase. 50% of the fight. And then ads phase. And then I think we did second wave of ads, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Either way, it's ads cleanup. If we get all of the static members and focus and freaking lock in. Or is this taboo? What do you mean taboo? It's not taboo to talk about coils. Heat gauge unlocked. It's me not locking in. Performing certain weapon skills will increase the heat gauge, and once it is high enough, the action Hypercharge will become available. Using Hypercharge overheats your weapon and allows the use of Heat Blast. Acquired at level 35. And Auto Crossbow, acquired at level 52. You can view the gauge description at any time from the Actions and Traits menu. Okay, first things first. HUD. What the fuck does this look like simplified? Don't know if I like that or not. It needs to be small. Okay. Gauge. Smaller. Smallest. This looks about right. Yes, something like that. How many fights left for Chorus? We're on the last one, said. Last one. Almost done. We're fighting Bahamut. I'm taking today comfy because I had to go buy some meds for my mom, but there's many people getting sick in the city I live in now, and I'm feeling a little sicky, so I'm taking it easy. You know, Scarlett, that's totally fair. I hope that you feeling a little sick is only just that, and that it doesn't get a lot more worse. Last one, yes. Where have you been, Zed? Just kidding. Yeah, we're on the last one. Always the last place you... Wait a second. What did I learn? Hypercharge. Grants 5 stacks of overheated. Each stack allowing the execution of Heat Blast. Okay. Where do I want to put that? Increases damage dealt when under an effect that raises critical hit rate or direct hit rate. The action does not affect damage over time effects. Let me see. Okay, why is that? Dear Lord, I need to... What shot? Spread shot. Heat Blast, which is next quest. Yeah. Okay. Reassemble. Potency of 1.1. Okay, and then hypercharge. 5 stacks to your gauge, each stack allowing the execution of Heat Blast. Duration of 10 seconds. Overheated effect. Increases the potency of single target weapon skills by 20. Heat gauge costs of 50. Overheated effects only applicable to machinist job actions. This can also wait. Yeah. Not when you guys do coils. I watched one time and oh, this is hard anyway. Even if Machinist is not the best range DPS in terms of damage, I enjoy playing with this job. It's so fun. You know, it's kind of interesting. A lot of people think that I would prefer Dancer, and that was what was recommended to me as ranged. But I don't know. Dancer doesn't have that much appeal to me. I mean, like, I would play it over a melee for sure, but I don't know. Machinist also just kind of, it's just too good to not have, especially if I'm doing a bunch of instance farming. Make 4 buttons easy to press because you'll need it. All of my buttons are relatively easy to press. I would say like the easiest, well, yeah, no. Easiest ones are literally all the ones over here. And then the first 6 over here. Although technically it's also first 12, but I usually never remember. I have a harder time remembering what's on the second set of keys right here at the bottom usually. That's why all of my skills are kind of correlated to each other and set up in a very certain way that it makes logical sense for my MMO mouse. Buttons that I need to press very, very, very rarely go on this hotbar, which is with my left hand on actual keyboard. I think Machinist is still not good from what I've seen on PS. A lot of people. No, I mean keep pressing 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. There's a 4? Or are we counting Goss round as 4? Or what are we counting as 4? Savannah would invite you on an expedition to Lenosha. I'll figure it out. Greetings, Thargi. Have you become practiced at defeating your foes from a distance? With the range of our weapons, even Skyborn dragons will learn to respect the threat posed by a trained machinist. Despite the proven efficacy of our cannons and ballistas, however, many knights of Ishgard continue to eschew firearms in favor of the spear and the sword. The creaking chains of tradition. Hark! The very creaking I spoke of draws near. The noble knight sniffs. Ugh, this stifling heat and sulphurous stench. I can scarcely breathe. And worse, I can scarcely bear the sight of mine own son garbed in such filthy garments. Why must you persist in this infatuation with smithing, of all things? Tis called the machinistry, father, and you need not come at all if the air in the workshop so offends you. Would that I could shed this onerous duty, but as manufactory chief, I must needs supervise its operations. Supervise? You barely visit but once a moon and regulate every management task to Fromlot. And what of it? Smithing is a commoner's profession, even as overseer is the role of a noble. As one of the 4 founders of Ishgard, House Helenart enjoys a privileged position, but misfortune has waged a constant war of attrition on our forces, and our claim to that position grows weak. Thus must we attend to our duties with uncommon zeal, even duties as common as this one. But we shall not suffer this mean predicament forever. No, my son, you will reclaim the honor of our family with spear in hand. You must needs become a knight of skill, peril. Yes. And bear our flag unto the field of battle. Father, the face of war changes with each passing day. Soon will come a time when machinists shall form the bulk of our armies. Should you cling to these stagnant ideas of yours, you will be swept over by the wave that carries us forward. I tire of your flights of fancy, Stefanovan. Without success to back them, your arguments ring as empty as my treasure room. The Holy See has announced a tourney. You will best serve your house by returning to the practice field, and thence claiming victory in the melee. I regret that you were subject to our squabbles, but Father's attitude is sadly representative of the greater part of Ishgard's populace. Their heads may as well be made from stone of the city walls. I have, however, designed a weapon of such brilliance that the light of its potential will penetrate even the densest mind. Rostenthal and Joy will accompany me to Raincatcher Gully to gather materials for the prototype. Why don't you join us? Practicing your marksmanship in Ishgard will only invite suspicion and ridicule, and this is the perfect opportunity to receive further tutelage from Rostenthal. That you might also train under the warm rays of Lenosha's sun is simply a fortuitous boon. I wish I was a smith. The iron call, What I would like is a fizz range with the roses thematic, like 4 different roses for effect buffs. The Dancer LV3. I don't remember seeing Dancer LV3. I think I definitely watched it at some point and then I just don't remember it. When do we... Oh, wait. I forgot to open coffers. Very importante. Hang on. What does this set look like? Oh boy. Whoa, wait, at least the astrologian arm is cute. It kind of reminds, actually, this one kind of reminds me of like the first stage of Eureka. Except the Eureka one glows. But it also looks kind of like a bow. Well, it's alright. Okay. And then, what is this? Vulcan tire. Let's put all of these on. Oh. It's, what's her face? Holy crap, I forgot her name already. Wow, I've actually completely blanked on her name. Well, our mentor's outfit. It's something. Definitely something. I need to go deposit these into the inn real quick. Okay, all the blue pieces can we put in here? And then let me check for this pair of boots. Where was it? Is it this one that looks like this one? No, but close. I know I have it somewhere. Not that one. Here. Ah. It's oh. Okay. This one dyeable. That one is not. We keep this one then. The same model. Yeah, this one's dyeable. The other one is just black. I was like, I knew I had the exact same boots, but I couldn't remember. Okay, so there's that, and then the gloves. Again, the non-dyeable versus dyeable version. So we shall keep them all. Did I keep the skirt too or not? Not it. Not it either. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I mean... No. I don't want that. And... Is it a glam? I got it as part of an Astro set for level 50. Silver spectacles, gold spectacles. And I'm pretty sure they're just the same in just different color. Yeah. What the heck? The gold spectacles are not gold. Oh, the detail is a little bit different if you're that finicky about it, though. Or is that just trick of the lighting? No, it's two colors. Yeah. Two different colors. Wow, if you're that finicky about the details. There's that, I guess. Although I think I would rather have solid color. Yeah, this one's solid. Let's see here. No, I mean for what are you glamming? Oh. Sandra, I got all 8 crafters and 90 so far. Congratulations, Luna. You've been hard at work on that. Okay. We will put in the boots and the gloves. I'm not really creating any sort of glam, I just want the pieces. Just in case. Who knows? What's the quickest way there? Level 100 soon. Stockpiling? Yeah, my glam dresser is not even full yet. I can stockpile all I want. When I have 800, then we worry about discarding shit. Hello, Wolf. Welcome in. Or rather, good morning. What level are things here? Oh, I have a hunt. Hi, Thunderbolt. Welcome in. How many do I have to kill? Okay. I once got into 700, had to get rid of some. Yeah, a lot of my things are put in as sets right now, though. I'm pretty sure all of my things are put in as sets. I was fortunate to not have already a full glam dresser that I needed to empty out. Time for some more cosmic stuff. Ayo. Got yourself dragged out here as well, did you? The boss said he needed some Magitech part, and I just had to open my big gob about the Scarlian wreck in the gully. It's been rusting here nigh on 5 years now, so any useful bits and bobs was likely stripped out long ago. But seeing as we've trekked all this bloody way, might as well see how far you've come in your shooting. Go say hello to the other two, and keep them safe while they concentrate on their scrounging. Oh, you came. Splendid. Though I'm afraid the rewards have yet to meet the risks of this monster-infested crash site. And speaking of monsters... Well, I gotta go. Have a nice rest of streaming. Good night. Good night, Sad. Have a nice evening. Morning. Whatever it is. Practicing your marksmanship, are you? Maybe I'll have half a moment's peace to look for this part while you watch me back. Oh, not again. Take care of that, would you, Daiki? Okay, but... shoot this way. Don't anger the gaboo. You've been working at those shots, haven't you, lass? I say you're good and ready to... Bloody yells, that's a big one. You're up, Daigi. Man, I was trying so hard not to hit a gaboo. dead. Aye, nice form last. Tightly grouped shots. Now, was it just me, eyes playing tricks, or did some match other than guts drop out of that thing's belly? Yes. Looks like a bit of machinery. The boss would have a better idea than me. Confound it. All this way and not to show for it, aside from your obvious improvements in marksmanship, of course. What's that you have there? And this spilled out along with the creature's innards, you say? Extraordinary. By the very, do you know what this is? You found the very component I was searching for. That's wonderful, me lordship. Our fortunes took a turn for the better the moment you walked through the workshop doors, Thaigi. Finding a rare magic tech part in a beast's belly ain't fortune. That's bloody sorcery. Or so I think if I didn't see you shoot the damn thing with me own two eyes. Nice work there, by the way, Thaigi. I can already hear the whirring of my invention come to life. Come, we must return to the manufactory at once. That was true. That truly was a stroke of luck, Thaigi. With that wretched rare gyroscope in hand, 'twill only be a matter of time until I have a working prototype. Instead of twiddling your thumbs until its completion, however, you shall have your hands full mastering a new skill. Rosenthal bade me pass on to you the particulars of Heat Blast. Train hard, my friend. Blessed lures an attack with a potency of 200. Additional effect, reduce the recast time of both Gauss round and ricochet by 15 seconds. Can only be executed when firearm is overheated. This weapon skill does not share a recast timer with any other actions. Upon execution, the recast timer for this action will be applied to all other weapon skills and magic actions. Well, this be a bit of a predicament. Like that, maybe? Rook before you reap. The Finnevan seems excited to share something with you. Ah, Taigi, splendid. You arrived at the very moment I completed my newest machinist marvel. Well, within the very hour, at least. It is unfortunate that the many Ishgardians cannot appreciate the practicality of my work. People such as my father, for instance. Ugh, is there naught that can be done for this dreadful odor? Stefanovan, my son, the days of shunning your nightly training have come to an end. Never should I have allowed you to step foot inside this workshop. Had I but known that the curiosity you displayed as a boy would develop into this all-consuming distraction. Is that all you came to say, father? I am well aware of your distaste for... Nay, Stefanovan, there's more. House the Mail has sounded a call to arms, and House Halenart is bound to answer. As you well know, however, our companies are light on lances. If we are to avoid dishonoring our name, every able soldier, mine own son included, must take up spear and sword and march to battle. I have not the disposition for charging into enemy ranks, father. I did not raise a coward. Consider your next words carefully, boy. As manufactory chief, I hold the authority to expel anyone from this workshop. On parchment, mayhap. There's only one chief we answer to. Aye, I understand that our ranks have grown thin. Thus is our house in dire need of the support of my machine. Is our house in dire need of the support my machinist will bring. Challenging the might of dragons with spear and sword is the work of seasoned heroes, warriors possessed of unflagging stamina and robust physique. Equipped with a firearm, however, even the scrawniest commoner could engage those same scaled demons from afar. Think of it, father. If the masses were trained in the machinist profession, the casualties of fang and claw would be considerably diminished. Machinist companies would soon form the backbone of our defense. And as the master of the manufactory, the accolades would belong to House Halenart. Train the masses. Foolish boy, no low-born army could ever replace a contingent of disciplined knights. It is time, my lord. Svara is expected to descend upon our defenses within the hour. Svara? You mean to engage that great brute with naught but our knights? What would you have me do? The dragon flies straight as an arrow for our very own Skyfire locks. Should we let them be destroyed, the price will be steep in both coin and honor. Father, you must allow me to deploy my machinists. Once you have witnessed them in battle, even you will be unable to deny their effectiveness. Do as you will, Stefanovan. As matters stand, I would not turn away a lame chocobo if it offered to defend our holdings. Be certain to assemble your forces at the locks ere Svara arrives. Oh dear. I fear I have allowed my passions to impart my better judgment of all my budding machinists. Only you have seen true combat. 'Tis to you, then, that I would entrust the use of my prototype device. The Rook, as I have taken to calling it, is an auto-turret, a type of machinist weapon that fights on its own. Do you recall Rostenthal's explanation of the Aetherio transformer? That contraption at your waist will convert your body's aether into the lightning-aspected energy required to power the turret. You need simply to activate the weapon and it will supplement your own attacks. Svara has plagued House Halenart for long years. Should you employ the Rook to good effect, then we may rid ourselves of both a deadly enemy and my father's antiquated notions in one fell swoop. Okay. Rook auto turret deploys a single target battle turret which attacks using volley fire, dealing damage with a potency of 35. Potency increases as battery gauge exceeds required cost at the time of deployment, up to a maximum of 75. Battery gauge cost of 50. Duration 9 seconds. Consumes battery gauge upon execution. Shuts down when time expires or upon execution of Rook Overdrive. Here's the time, recast terminal with Rook Overdrive. Ah, this one. Orders the Rook auto turret to use Rook Overload. Rook Overload potency is 160. Potency increases as battery gauge exceeds required cost at time of deployment, up to a maximum of 320. The Rook auto turret shuts down after execution. If this action is not used manually while the Rook auto turret is active, it will be triggered automatically immediately before shutting down. Securing the locks. Stefanovan is once more irked by Rosenthal's absence. A second. Well, Larky, we are as ready can be. All except for our wayward instructor. Would you be so kind as to locate Rosenthal and inform him of the urgency of our situation? I imagine he is loitering in the Foundation somewhere, making his unhurried way to the workshop. The battery gauge accumulates when certain actions are performed and allows placement of a Rook auto turret, which will attack your target. It also allows the deployment of Automaton Queen to fight alongside you. Okay. Where am I going? What do you mean about? Just a second. Holy crap, was there an easier way to get up here? Or did it really require— it really did require all that. Okay. Oh, Thahi, look at this scrag I caught me creeping about near the workshop. Up to no bloody good, I reckon, so I sat him down for a friendly chat. A dragon attack? And the boss needs every hand on deck, does he? Aye, I'll be right there, just as soon as I'm done wringing some answers from this ugly sod. You know, where there's one rat, there's always a dozen more. Might be best if you took a quick look around yourself and deal with any troublemakers before you head back. No need to murder anyone, mind. The noise from a slug shot ought to scare 'em off. Ah, what in the seven hells? You could have taken off a toe. You're Rothenstall's new pup, ain't you? If it's trouble you're looking for, then look no further than that backstabbing Lominson cur. How uncalled. But I suppose I should expect not less from one of Rostenthal's underlings. You learned it from the vicious brute himself. Heed my words, the Sky Steel Manufactory plays haven to villains. For the safety of Ishgard's citizens, the manufactory must needs be shut down. Their Rogadin instructor poses as the former Commodore of the Knight of the Barracuda. Is a lie. In truth, he is a bloodthirsty pirate who murdered his entire crew. These two are just gonna walk off like they heard nothing. Okay. Up. You ain't seen the last of me. Methinks the name's Celistox, one of your fellow machinists. If you don't know, I was making preparations for our fight with Svara when that thug ambushed me. Don't bother chasing him. I doubt he knows more than what he was paid to do. But he did make it damn clear that someone out there has a grudge against our workshop. Anyway, I ought to get back to me duties. We ain't never fought in a proper battle, let alone against a monster like Svara. And we'll need all the advantages we can get. Is everything all right? Rosenthal tells me there are villains afoot, making trouble for the workshop. Intimidating my machinists, were they? Setting fires and spreading rumors. Joy, too, has overheard vile slander intended to defame our master of marksmanship. You took every care to choose the right employee, me lordship. We could do a lot worse than the former Commodore of Limsalominsa's Barracudas. And now, half of Ishgard thinks he's lying, that he's a convict of terrible crimes. Does someone seek to harm the manufactory's standing with these attacks upon our instructor's character? I'm so sorry, Rosenthal. Your association with the machinists has brought you naught but ridicule and insult. Ah, don't blame yourself, boss. After all, more than half that stuff's probably true. I was the Commodore of the Kudas right up until I got kicked out on me arse for making a bloody mess of things. That's why you found me in Camp Overlook. I was there to visit one of me old underlings. Of course, he'd rather take another axe to the face before he talked to me. Me mistakes cost some more than others, and there's no bastard in Lenosha, as had called me a friend. Ah, I skipped dialogue. Your mysterious rival must have learned of me tarnished past, cause they offered a fortune for me to accept the job as your master of marksmanship. I suppose they thought the workshop would be ruined once the truth behind me charming reputation became common knowledge. But as it turns out, I don't take kindly to being some faceless bastard's puppet. So I took their coin, and yours, and made for the hills. I had no intention of fulfilling me contract. Not until your venturer here went and got me fired up about teaching in truth. That said, there ain't naught in me agreement that says I gotta fight bleeding dragons. And me students'll give a better showing without me there growling over their shoulders any road. Though his support will be missed, Rosenthal is mayhap correct in his assumption. Our demonstration will be all the more impressive for his absence. Let us check our weapons one last time and assemble at Skyfire Locks. Having to go to another world server for a few materials for this crafting quest. I'm too lazy for this. It's just a few a few clicks. This shall be the machinist's first engagement, and we need every finger on the trigger. See to your task, Thaigi. I'm getting so ippy. Allow me to brief you on our defensive strategy ere the dragon and its minions arrive. Atop each of the 3 logs, we have placed a dragon-slaying cannon. Our task as machinists shall be to defend the cannons from Svar's lesser kin. You will find a lock in the northeast. A lock to the northwest. And a lock to the south. I will track the concentrations of our enemy and direct you to the cannon most in need of protection. Hark, the dragons are come. Everyone to your positions. Thaigi, the southern cannon. Joy to the northwest. machinists have carried the day. Are you out here with a machine gun? Well, father, do you see now how we might prevail against dragons without risking the lives of our soldiers? 'Twas a most impressive display, I must admit. Your commoners acquitted themselves admirably. I thought I heard the terrible din of cannons being fired. And what do I hasten out here to find but the high-born Helenards frolicking in the snow with their low-born lackeys? After providing you with this opportunity to improve the ailing reputation of your noble house, does the consideration of House Amail not merit a formal reply? Lord, Tedal Grinch. Wow. Really? Tedal Grinch, hey. My apologies. You know what? We'll just call him Tedal Grinch. That sounds fine. Tedal Grinch. My apologies. The foe was upon us ere we could put quill to parchment. Ah, yes. I imagine you were full occupied with scraping together a serviceable company of soldiers. If only your dear son was as ardent with his knightly training as he is with his idle tinkering. There is not idle in my work. You would not speak such insults had you seen my machinist in action. Oh, such a temper. 'Twould seem your association with commoners has eroded your manners as well as your martial skills. If you're so confident in these machinists of yours, mayhap you should enter them in the upcoming tourney. Mayhap I shall. Upon my oath, we shall turn Ishgard's tradition-bound combat upon its ear. The Holy Sea's adjudicators will be most impressed when our low-born rabble is chopped to pieces by the tested blades of noble champions. My son, what have you done? The tourney is a stage upon which is flaunted the might and mettle of the four great houses. Only the finest knights are chosen to participate. Even with the aid of your machinists, our battered ranks stand little chance of victory. Must we now parade our shame before the highest echelons of the Holy See? Do not be so swift to dismiss our chances, father. I give you my word. House Helenart will leave the contest with its pride intact. And furthermore, should we win, I will have your word that you shall yield the running of the manufactory to me. Very well, my stubborn boy. And whether you win or no, you be sure to give House Amail a darn good pummeling. I shall see it done, father. We will not disappoint you. Ya might not have seen me, but I was watching all the same. Them dragons didn't know what it... By virtue of your undeniable expertise, my father has at last recognized the value of machinistry. But before we can stop at but one hard-headed knight, But we cannot stop at but one hard-headed knight. This tourney will be our opportunity to demonstrate to all and sundry the potential of our profession. Me lordship, if I may, it seems that Lord Tettlegrange has a dislike for commoners such as me. If me presence will cause you more trouble, then maybe I should quit the manufactory. Pay no mind to that preenin' flop lass. He's all piss and wind. Aye, ever has Tettlegrange sought to needle me in such a manner? 'Tis not you, my dear, that he despises. 'Tis the mingling of highborn and lowborn. Fate just started here. House of Mail is a powerful family, and their talent for the building of fortifications has brought them vast wealth and influence. Staunch allies of House Durandare, the Zamales, have also been party to a number of significant victories. Thus do they stand at the peak of Ishgardian society, looking down their noses at any who do not share their noble pedigree. If you truly wish to please me, then I would have you shine your brightest in the tourney and wipe that arrogant smirk from his face. Shall we be on our way? Down to play gaming. Hello, welcome in. Ah. I must confess my misgivings to you, Daigi. When queried as to our chances at victory, my prospectometer returned an unfavorable result. We triumphed over dragons, 'tis true, but such a battle has not prepared us to face coordinated parties of seasoned knights. My machinists are simply not ready. 'Tis fortunate, then, that the tourney is yet some days away. Let us keep such disheartening talks from our colleagues and continue to train them and ourselves for the contest ahead. I think I'm gonna end here. I have to be up early tomorrow. Yeah, I have to be up early tomorrow, so I am gonna stop here for Machinist Job Quest. Wow, what do you mean? I have to be up and ready by 11 tomorrow, so I'm gonna go off stream. No, not that. You got so much done today? I did get a lot done. I have only... well, will I hit 50 by the end of the rest of the job quest? No, my forced frontlines game. Oh, no, Thunderbolt. I'm going offline, but I don't think I'm gonna stop playing. I just need to slowly start to shut my brain down, so that I can sleep. So frontlines will probably still happen. I'll just not be on stream for it. He's still being forced to do your one game of frontlines. Darn, I mean, nice. Exactly. But I would like to queue after midnight to ensure that I do not get secure again. Freaking hate secure. I don't want any chance at getting secure. I don't care about getting it done sooner. I need to not do secure. I have somehow avoided it so much since series has started. Yesterday was the only... It was the second time that I went in and I still don't like it. Third time may be the charm, but I'm not willing to test it out. But yeah, I'll end here. I have stuff to do tomorrow. Probably likely gonna stop by to do stuff with Aoi for Hanami stuff. You can catch me over in the Aoi's tomorrow. And then I will be probably going live for Coils stuff. So Coils is happening. And then... yeah. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm spelling it right. Aoi... Hime. Me. Yeah. Okay. Here's that. You can catch me over at Aoi's tomorrow in about less than 12 hours, probably. I'll be hanging out there for a little bit. 2 hours max. And then we have Coils. And then after Coils, I will be taking lunch break. I don't know. I may eat while I'm hanging out over at Aoi's. Either that or I will be eating after Coils, and then we will be doing Coffee Talk episode 2 with Lex, potentially with Delta, depending on if they want to stop in and help read. And then yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing anything afterwards. Probably if I have time, I will finish Machinist Job Quest, and then I'll be done with everything that I wanted to do in terms of catching up with stuff. So that's that. Let me move to ending screen and let me find somebody to rate. Shadows of Mac. A Flo is doing Shadows of Mac. John is leveling Summoner just a little bit more in order to do MSQ. Umbrella is playing Spiritfarer. You know what? We'll send you guys to Flo. I want to watch some Shadows of Max stuff. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Alliance raid. Chaos. I'm there for it. Okay, raid message is Cozy Raid if you would like to say something when you get over to Flo's stream. If not, and if you would prefer to lurk, that is perfectly fine as well. Again, I will be back in about 14-ish hours, a little bit less than 14 hours for stream. So yeah, I will see you then. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you when I see you. Okay? Hope that you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye. Again, raid messages, cozy raid. And I'm gonna send you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.